Hello friends, welcome to Salesforce CMAtics video session 188. So basically in today's video we will discuss about the concept of security predicate. Maybe there are several uses of security predicate and there is one very main and common use of security predicate. However, there are few other additional benefits as well of security predicate. Uh, so today I will just cover a minor topic of security predicate, but maybe in the later on session I will help you to understand the other applications of security predicate as well. Okay. So firstly, let me just quickly write the definition, like what exactly it means. Fine. So when it comes to security predicate, right? So basically, security predicate is nothing but it defines. So it defines the row level security, okay, based on the criteria being defined. Fine. And it has no relation with the Salesforce record security. Fine. In simple words, this is the meaning of security predicate. So it just defines the role level security based on the criteria which is being defined, and it has no relation with the record security which is already available in Salesforce. Fine. Now, before I proceed on like the kinds of security predicate, let me just very quickly do one thing so that we don't lose out on time. So I will just go to the Analytics Studio. I will go to this option of Data Manager. Manage data flow, and very quickly let me check the recipe section. We are probably going to build a new recipe. I think that was the last we built, the free session 24. Okay, I can take the use of this as well, I feel. But okay. uh, okay, let's do one thing. Let me take a new recipe itself. Okay, let me name it as free session 25, and over there we will understand all the application of security predicate. Okay, so let me just create a new recipe as well. Very quickly, let me add the account dataset as of now. So I have the account, and very quickly let me add the ID, name, type. I need the billing country. I need the account source. Industry, of course, is the common one which I need. Also, I need the maybe the owner ID, the created date. Okay, I think probably I didn't see the account source. So let me just quickly check the account source. I think these are the fields. 8 of this field is enough for me as of now. And like when I further explain more about security predicate, you can add more those field. Okay. Uh, just to ensure it's a bit different from whatever we studied. So let's just rename it as. So here it will be like simple as account dataset, which is fine. Okay. And here, just to ensure it's different from whatever we studied, so let's name it as uh, security predicate. So let's name it as account dataset SP. Okay, just because we are learning the security predicate. And what I was thinking is let's kind of build it in our. So let me just save it as of now, and let me name it as free session 25. Okay, that's fine. Free session 25. And what I'm thinking is for this one, I will just make a new app. Fine. So here I will just create a new app, and I will just name it as security predicate. So let me create a blank app. Okay, yeah, create blank app, create blank app. Let me try it once again. Create app. Okay. Let me name it as security predicate. Okay. So maybe whatever we learn about security predicate, we can save on this particular app. Okay. So anyways, that's fine as of now. Now what I will do is, since I already saved this, I will just refresh this recipe and I will just put the appropriate app as well. So now I will just go for our security predicate app. Okay. So that is fine. Let me click on apply and let me click on save and then. Okay. Now, meanwhile, it's running. Let's jump back to the theory topic. So, as I mentioned, the definition of security predicate, and now you will understand this when we go in our further sessions. In this session, there is one part of security predicate which I'll be explaining you, which is not used much. I mean, that is not the reason for which we will be using security predicate, but what the main reason for which we will use, we will actually try to understand in our further session. So now, security predicate is mainly used for three purposes. Okay. Now, what are they? So first one is basically for static filter. Fine. So that's what it is used for. Uh, and secondly, it is used for record ownership. Okay. And thirdly, it's used actually for role hierarchy. Fine. Now, these are the three things for which it is used for. Okay. Now, the syntax. So if we talk about the syntax, basically it's a very simple thing in single quotes. So in single quotes, you actually give the field name. Okay, field name, and it's like double equal to, and basically here you give the value. That's it. In double quotation you give the value, and in single quotes you give the field name. Okay, so basically, for example, when we have something like static filter, we can simply use something like industry. Okay, let's say double equal to agriculture. Fine. So it's more like a static filter. As I told you, like based on that static, it's decreasing the rows. Okay, but that's not the main purpose. Like main purpose is basically for record ownership and role hierarchy. Okay, so here we kind of use just I'm giving you an example. For example, we use something like owner ID. Okay, is equal to dollar user dot id. Fine. And similarly, when it comes to role hierarchy, okay, we use something like let's say user role dot id, okay, is equal to dollar user dot user, I think, yeah, user role user role id. Okay, user dot user role ID. But anyways, currently we will focus on this one, like how we can use the security predicate as a static filter. We will try to understand this one as of now. But as I told you, the main application lies in this too. And don't worry about this dollar and all these things. I will actually practically show you how that's implemented, and I will show you some of the test cases as well. You will be able to understand. But as of now, for today, we will just focus on a very simple topic of security predicate, of how that's used as a static filter, so that you get a understanding of what kind of, like, how that security predicate is actually practically used. Okay. So I hope this ran successfully when I was giving you the lecture on the theory part of security predicate, and it ran successfully. So now what I will do is, firstly, I will refresh this app. So here itself, I see that I have created one data set, that is account dataset SP. Okay. Now what I will do is, to have the security predicate, I will first go to this edit option. Okay. Now before going to edit option, maybe what I can show you is, like, if you just open this data set, right? So if you simply open this data set, you will see it's like having 1008 rows as of now. Okay, that's the total number of rows. And what I can do is, probably I can duplicate this tab as well. Okay, yeah, duplicate this particular tab maybe. And as I've shown you, like here, if you see, these are the total number of accounts which I have. Okay, no issues over there, no restrictions over there. And even like if I go for industry, you will be able to see all the industry. Cool, that's the thing. Now what I will be doing is, probably here we have this option called security predicate. Okay. maybe I can give that. Okay, that's fine. So this security predicate, what I'm going to do is like here, basically this is the security predicate. This is where you need to give that security predicate. Okay, this is where the row level restriction will take place. So as I told you, the syntax is like in single quotes. Now what is that? Now this time I'm just using it as a static filter. Okay, so it will be just a static filter which I'm using. So firstly we understood it will be like a field name. Okay, and double equal to what I will be giving is basically the values of it. Okay, so let me just copy this as well. Now, once you give it, like this is the security predicate, which will help you to define the row level access, restrict the row level access. Okay, and this is the condition what we are defining. So for example, if I give, I'm really sorry, it's not agriculture equal to agriculture, it's like industry. So here it will be the field name, right? So industry is equal to agriculture. And here, let's say I click somewhere over here right now. Okay, now, if you see, whenever a security predicate gets applied, this pop-up message will appear. Sometimes what happens, in case your syntax is wrong, it won't get applied in that time. Okay. So here, as you can see, security predicate is not security settings not applied in data flow recipe. Data security settings are carried over. So this is one way where I've directly applied on the data set, but you know, the best practices you can always apply on the data layer as well. Okay. So that is also something I can show you. So that's the thing. Now I'm clicking on got it. Now I will just refresh this one. Okay. Now, if you see this security predicate is completely defined over here, right? Industry is equal to agriculture. Now, what I will be doing is now if I click on explore, you see it got reduced to 43. Okay. And if you just click over here and if you go for this industry, you'll be able to see only agriculture, right? That's something which is being defined over here. Now, as I was telling you, like as a best practice, what I should have done is like, again, if I just refresh this one, firstly, the security predicate you can always define on the particular recipe as well or data flow wherever you're using. So I will just copy it over here and I will click on apply and I will click on save and run. But at the end of the day, basically the security predicate which you apply on the data set that takes a precedence. Okay, so just to help you understand that part, maybe I will walk you through a further sessions on this. But as of now, just understand like at the end of the day, what matters is the security predicate which you're giving on the data set because that will always take the precedence over data flow or recipe. Okay. Now, this is one thing which you understood right now. When I click on explore, you're able to see only the industry which were agriculture. Now you can actually define multiple combinations also. For example, like of course I tried earlier as well. For example, I want to define the type. So let's say I go for type double equal to, let's say, partner. Okay. And let me just completely save it as of now. Now, if you see, okay, so that also took place, this particular. So what I've given is industry equal to agriculture and type equal to partner. Now, if you just click on explore, you will see there will be further reduction. Okay. For example, right now you see only 13. So of course, you know, when I click on industry, I am able to see agriculture. And also like when I click on this account type, okay, I'll be able to see partner. Okay, that's how this is being defined. And similarly, you can have different combinations of this static filter. For example, you know, if I just write something like account source equal to web, so let's say I write something like or let me just copy this whole thing. And I am clicking somewhere on the right side just to ensure it got applied. And if I just refresh this one, if I click on explore, okay, somehow that didn't get applied. I think there was some mistake in the security syntax which I gave. But anyways, we will continue on this one. And in the next topic, I will help you to understand what is the how we can apply the record ownership as well. Okay. So yeah, that's it about this one. And we will try to understand more on this in our further sessions. Thank you.